Ortiz.
Listen, guys, seriously.
Yeah.
I thought we could keep it professional. I thought we were going to,
No.
You were going to be respectful of Blueban, and he was going to be respectful of you. Do you think you could... Wait, whoa.
Bold. He put his hat on top of Blueban to cover.
Right on his head? Did you realize you don't do that to another man?
That's not
Jesus.
man.
Wow. To a bald eagle, too. He's an endangered species. You should know better.
Stupid.
Blueban?
What's wrong with him? What is that rock inside of him that he's sitting on?
Yes.
What was that?
I like to be impaled by the rock.
That does not look comfortable, by the way. It looks like he's sitting on a very sharp rock.
You look uncomfortable, motherfucker.
Oh.
Wow.
Whoa.
Those fighting words coming from Blueban. Redban came in here, immediately saw Blueban. They locked eyes.
There was unspoken words. I heard them without hearing them.
So did
you know
I.
What I mean?
So did I.
And then Blueban was cool. Like, hey, I'll be cool if he comes over. Like, we talked about it.
We did. We cleared it with him first.
First thing Redban does is he walks in the studio, shoots him the bird.
Double
birded.
Double birded Blueban to his fucking face.
Wait, can I point this out, which I think is kind of weird? I don't know if it's a coincidence that Blueban's fur on his head is white, and then Redban came over and his fur on his head is also white today.
To our listeners, he just showed up. We haven't seen him in a little while. Shit is white, son.
White, like
It's
a bald
white.
eagle, yeah.
I'm Burbank bad boy, Brian, right now.
The Burbank bad boy, Brian. Tell listeners why you did it. It's
We
fun.
on the Joe Rogan podcast, we had Tito Ortiz, who always has his hair like bleached white, and he always calls himself the Huntington Beach bad boy. And
Right.
I was really stoned. I'm like, I can't believe he calls himself that. And then I was thinking, wow, I should like bleach my hair white and call myself the Burbank bad boy.
You're doing it, dude. You're doing it.
And it was one of those things where at first it was funny, haha, whatever. I was thinking about it. And then all day yesterday, I couldn't, every half hour, it would pop in my head again. I'm like, why does that keep on? All right, I'm going to have to do it.
Do you do that? I do that with jokes, too. Do you do that when you got repetitive thought? You're like, I guess I have to say
It's
it.
meant to be. You know what that is? That is God telling your soul
That's right.
you're meant to do that, and then you have to listen.
That's
You
right.
got to do it. And now you're fulfilled, right? Did you calm down?
Yeah,
After
how does
you're
it
like,
feel?
I did it.
It felt good. I felt like I was
see?
supposed to do that.
And and you said this is on Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's podcast.
And that's another thing I wanted to tell our listeners. You need to check out this guy. He has a podcast, and he's a real nice guy. He's a comic. His name is Joe Rogan, and he has a podcast.
Yeah, it's.
I think it's
doing
he's just started it.
Yeah, he just started it 2 years ago. But yeah, I mean, I think
I listened, and I think you're gonna see him on the charts. And I just wanted to tell.
I think he's going to be a big deal one day.
Yeah.
So, guys, check it out. It's Regen. Is that how you spell the last name?
No, I think it's ROEGN.
ROGEN.
Yeah.
The Joe Rogan Guy Show is what it's called.
Yes.
And I want you guys to check it out. And Redbird produces it.
Redbird, yes, the original
name.
bird, the original bald eagle.
The first bird of podcasting.
That's right.
Redbird.
You are the first bird.
This episode of Your Mom's House is brought to you by everybody who works at Amazon.com.
All the employees collectively, they work to put a banner on our website.
And you can shop through that banner by going to Your Mom's House podcast.
No, it's www.
I keep fucking this up.
Yeah, how are they going to know how
Guys,
to get there?
it's http semicolon // www.yourmomshousepodcast.com. Then you hit enter. Again, that's http, right?
You got
Now, does it matter if I put like a slash at the very end of it before I hit enter?
I think that'll download a virus.
Oh.
So don't do that.
Oh. Like, you mean like the virus that Blueban has that he dies from, gets heat sweat from, and he has all those sores all over his body?
Will
Same
you
virus?
stop with the trash talking and start being nice? Jesus. You're a guest here. He works here.
look how Blueban's back is now turned.
Oh,
I know.
I see him.
Ooh, sassy feather pose. I know.
The over the shoulder.
Yeah. That's even creepier than him just looking at me, is that over the shoulder sexy look.
Do you ever buy anything? Ever?
No.
Nothing?
Do you ever buy anything
I
on
steal
Amazon?
all my shit. I do, and I always go to, your website and click on it because every time I spend $1, you guys get like a fraction, like a few pennies. But it adds up and it helps with what you guys do here.
With Blueban.
It helps with Blueban's AIDS blood medicine.
How dare you imply that he has AIDS?
For off the top of your head, you came up with some stuff there that sounded like you'd said it before.
I've never said that before.
You've never said to shop?
No,
through the Amazon.
I've never shopped at Amazon except once when I went to your website. And it sounded like a good thing.
You know what I bought from Amazon?
What?
After going to our website, clicking on that banner? Envelopes. You know why?
Yeah.
We use a lot of envelopes, and they're a lot cheaper on Amazon.
Oh, I tell you, groceries.
That merch, son.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of groceries for that reason. Like there was this powder. I forget, it was like green tea something powder for smoothies, and like they had it at my grocery store for a small little container. It was like super expensive. I was like, fuck that. And then I went on Amazon. It was like this humongous bag for like a half the price of it. It's good for like
deal,
grocery
man.
stuff too.
It's good for everything. If you got a day or two to wait for it to show up.
And then do you do on any of your shows, do you work with Spotify?
I don't work with Spotify, but I'm interested to hear what you have to say about them, especially since I heard that they pay their artists so much money.
Well,
how dare you?
No, I heard they did.
I don't know.
Really?
We don't know about
That's what Blueban says.
Blueban, is that true? Motherfucker better shut up. Well, calm down.
I like Spotify. I listen to it all the time. Redban doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I actually am a Spotify member, and I went to you guys' website.
Did you click on the banner?
I clicked on the banner, and I
you
signed
signed
up.
up?
And now I use it on my phone when I'm in my car streaming in my car. I use it on my home. I have this really amazing speaker called the Sonos speaker, which I bought using your link at Amazon the first time I went shopping. And it's like this awesome Bluetooth speaker that just sits in your room, and there's an app on your iPhone that you just push this button, and you can use Spotify through it. So it takes Spotify and it just sends it to the speaker while you're in bed.
That's awesome.
If that doesn't make your heart skip a beat, then you're not alive. What you just heard right there. Go to yourmomshousepodcast.com, click on that Spotify banner, and put whatever Jimmy jams you like through your ear holes.
What
kind
are
of
you
music are you
listening
listening to?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Wait, besides the ABC song, and that's how you learn your alphabet.
No. I mean,
He looks like a little
Blueban was sending me all his, like, the cool thing about Spotify, you can, like, make these playlists and you can share them with your friends on Facebook and stuff like that. And, Blueban has a lot of, like, I don't know, Liberace
and listens to patriotic.
and George Michael stuff.
He listens to patriotic music. He only listens to American anthems.
Yeah.
Ted Nugent.
Like South,
Bruce Springsteen.
In the woods, bring out, the Gimp, like, type stuff. Squeal like a pig.
Wow.
No, but music-wise, lately, I've been... Mortal Technique was on a podcast that we did a couple days ago. He's a rapper. I don't know if you guys know him. I've been kind of getting into his new CD he gave to me.
Oh, really?
Nora Jones I picked up at Starbucks after a break.
Yeah.
A breakup.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And it's kind of embarrassing, but I sometimes buy CDs at Starbucks, and since it's so early in the morning and I'm confused, I just see a hot girl, and I'm like, I might buy Nora Jones' CD, and I not even look at it, just look at the hot cover of her. And then you put it in your car the day after a breakup, and you realize that the CD's called, like, The Million Broken Pieces or something like that, and every song's about a breakup. And so...
It's like perfect.
Can I tell you something?
It was horrible.
You're adorable.
I know. He doesn't
Isn't he like
not seem like a 30-something-year-old man?
Doesn't he not seem like he's not a fucking 13-year-old
I know, he's
who just came
adorable.
home from school?
I know,
and telling you like what school's like, and you're like,
yeah.
This kid's
He goes,
cute.
and then Ricky had some nail laters, and I traded him for my gum, and I got nail laters, you guys.
I broke up with this girl, but she's really pretty. But I got another girl. That's really pretty too. I like looking at pretty girls, you guys.
I can make a Chinese fortune teller thing out of this paper. Just watch.
Hey, can I ask you something? When you see me, do a lot of times do you feel like, like,
It's the only dad I've ever known.
is that what you feel?
Wow.
Is that what you feel like when you see me?
I do.
It's the only dad I've ever known.
The only dad I ever knowed.
This feels like old times. I'm so glad you're here.
I know. I do have a dental update. Do you guys still do that? Or
Oh, man.
Do we?
Do we do it? Or are you in the motherfucking mother's house?
We should start the show.
You think so?
Oh, you haven't even started the show.
This is the pre-show
I forgot.
show.
These commercials.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the show started, you guys. Let's party.
Blue
All
Band.
Yeah, a little protein for you, babe.
Yeah, this is the last drop, huh?
Wow. That's a lot of cum.
This shit is big time!
Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone love into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Welcome to your mom's house with Tom Segura. And
That's you.
Christina Pajitsin.
welcome to your mom's house.
And Blueban. Oh, yeah.
Well, guys, if you haven't guessed by now, our
Figure it out
guest today is the world famous Brian.
Rapper, producer,
Director, MMA fighter.
got a new bar opening up in Hollywood.
You could train with me on Thursdays.
He makes his own water.
Hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Twitter.
Was that Blueban at the opening video with all the cum in its mouth?
Wow.
Dude,
Wow.
that right there,
What was that clip?
that's how a
he's
show just
13.
ends. That's
Yeah.
how a show just fucking
Yeah. Brian's
ends.
13.
All right.
Jesus.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's, oh my, he's covering Blueban's
You're
head
kill-
with a
that's gonna
pla-
ki- you're gonna
trying
kill him.
He can't
You're
breathe.
gonna kill him.
He can't breathe.
You're
Stop
killing
it.
him.
He just Blueban just fell down and he's suffocating.
I took my cellophane from my cigarettes and put it on Blueban's little fucking bitch ass head and strangled that guy. And now it's dead.
Can I tell you who I'm sending an email to right now?
Who?
911.
Yeah. Email to
Email to
911.
Yep.
Their fan page.
No, I'm telling them to
Let
go
me
ahead.
try to give him mouth to mouth to resuscitate.
Okay, yeah, try because.
Breathe, buddy. Breathe, buddy.
Oh my God! Wait, listen. Let's. Is he alive? Like, can we? Is he speaking?
It's the only dad I've ever known.
Oh, he woke up. He woke
There
up.
he is. Welcome
wow.
back.
Wow, thank you. Hold on, I got to email 911 and tell them not to go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys.
Message him.
It's okay. You don't have to press murder charges.
Do you know that Gmail actually has that feature now? Like if you email something, you get like 15 seconds to un-email it.
No, I wanted that forever. Finally.
What?
It's if you look, like, I don't know if a lot of people know this. In Gmail, there's like a little settings thing on the top right. Like it looks like a little gear, I think. And you can go in there and you can add like plugins, and some of them are like, beta, like they're just testing these plugins out. And one of them is like this thing where it gives you like, I forget, 30 seconds or 15 seconds. So like if you send something, you're like, oh, I forgot to add the stupid phone number, or you can send something to the wrong person, be like, oh shit, I sent it to that black girl
That's
instead of my mom.
awesome.
What?
We're not into that kind of humor.
I'm
That's
sorry,
really
my dad.
cool. That's really good to know because I feel
Yeah.
like they should have invented that like 10 years ago.
They need it on
What
the
fuck?
iPhone. Like texting on the iPhone. Have you ever done that where you're like you're texting like 3 people and then you send the wrong thing to the wrong
Yeah.
person? You're
Yes.
like, I've almost wanted to just throw my phone, like crack it just to
Yeah.
stop it.
You know what I did one time? This guy, this is when I had a day job. I was working at a production company, and one of the PAs, I had become friends with him, and he was like, in production, like your gig has like an end date, like where it's like, that's when we're done. And then you have that time, and obviously the lower on the scale, the more you need that next gig, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I had like a few week gig going, and then he was doing like he was on this one, but I had something coming up, so I knew I'd have like a couple weeks off, and then another shoot would start. And so the PA every day was like, "Hey man, do you think you can help me find a job for after this?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've worked for a few people. I can reach out to them." So I would reach out to people, and then he'd come in and be like, "Dude, so like, do you think?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I've been doing it. Like, as soon as I hear something, I'll let you know." And then he asked me again, and I was like, "All right." So I pull out my phone, and I'm like, "I'm gonna text the guy right now, in front of you." Okay, so I start texting. I go, the guy's name was like Steve, and I was like, the guy that I'm texting. I go, Steve, fucking Jimmy, the guy I told you about is bugging me again about getting a fucking job with you. Could you please let me know so I can get this guy off my ass? And I hit send, and I sent it to the kid. I sent it to him. I looked up his name.
Shit.
And then he's just like,
motherfucking
on his phone, he's like, you just sent me a text?
Oh,
and I was like, and then, you know what I did?
What?
I acted like it was intentional. I was like, yeah, dude.
Wow.
I go, I'm sending, I was like, yeah, because I had to play it off. I didn't want it to seem like I got busted. So I was just like, yeah, I'm going to send you one every hour. And I keep sending it to him. And but to fuck with him so that he wouldn't believe, I tried to get him to believe.
Yeah.
That
was
Did
a
it work?
funny joke.
Yeah, he was dumb.
All right.
Thank God.
Jesus.
I haven't done a whole lot of the text thing. I've done emails. Like when I used to work in offices and you talk shit about someone that just wrote that dopey email, and like I've fucking replied to the wrong people and been like, what a fucking douchebag, and you're like, oh, that's the worst.
Or you click on reply to all and you don't realize that there's like everybody in that 50 people that you just said, oh, I miss you, let's fuck soon. You know?
Yeah. yeah.
I just had my ex-girlfriend tell me yesterday that she's going to get, or she's engaged. And this is my second ex-girlfriend. This one was like a little hurt. It hurt a lot because it was a little bit newer, but it was just like, wow, that's crazy.
How recent was the breakup? Like months?
Like 4 years ago. 4 years ago. But I mean, like she flew out from Texas to California.
She's getting married now?
She lived with me for a long time. It was a bad breakup. Yeah. And now she's like, yeah, I'm getting married. I'm like, wow, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, I'm just, getting to that age. I just want to have babies and stuff. I'm like, wow, Jesus.
That sucks, man.
It does suck. It's a weird feeling.
Does it bum you out?
It kind of, like Joe's like, Rogan was like, you should be happy, you should be like, oh yeah, congratulations stuff. But for some reason to me, it's more like, oh, I don't know why. It's just like, because it feels like that almost writes them off as being a friend also. You know what I mean? Like once you're married, you can't just call them up and be like, dude, I'm in Dallas right now. What are you doing?
You can't.
But when because when you're married, I don't hang out with exes. Like I'll maybe email one occasionally, like once a year.
That
like,
black guy.
Heard you?
Or the Puerto Rican dude. I mean, I'm sorry.
Tons of those. Yeah, well, I didn't get sad when my ex got married. I was happy for him just because I knew that we were done. Like, what would I hold on to that?
I guess just like I still talk to all my exes occasionally. Not every day, but once a month, maybe I'll shoot out a text like, "Hey, how you doing? What's up with you?" Blah blah blah. And I feel like once you're married, you're pretty much like, all right, I have to respect their marriage. I can't just fucking text them.
Yeah, dude.
Cool. I have to just.
That's smart. You shouldn't. It's one of those things, man. Like,
but it kind of kills them.
It kills them.
It
kind of kills them
metaphorically. Like,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, you're kind of right. It is kind of
crazy. I can't see you getting married ever or having
kids.
Me? Yeah.
I could see myself getting
I think it's because you party, you're like...
He drinks and he does marijuana.
Yeah.
That's you, and that's what girls... Because that's actually... This is a girl that I know you used to date. So
he drinks and he does marijuana.
I asked her about you.
Oh, that's Esther? Is that really her?
No, dude.
No.
Who is that?
She's this chick. She's really good, cool. Friend of mine.
You're so silly. She's from a documentary called Stevie about this guy that is accused of molesting a kid, and then they go back a few years later.
He drinks and he does marijuana.
Because that's what happens when you drink and do marijuana. You touch little boys.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I'm a big fan.
I can see you. I don't know.
I'm saying,
see you having kids because he's such a kid.
I see him like this at 65.
Oh,
coming over to our house. Hopefully that room will have air conditioning.
Burping a baby.
You burping a baby.
Yeah.
And then you're telling us stories about different chicks. That's what I feel like.
No, I
feel like you will.
Wait, you guys you guys knew me when I was when I'm in a relationship. Yeah. I'm like, watch Lost, watch TV.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
right now though, I'm definitely in a more of a comic lifestyle.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's good. I mean, that's good for you, right? That works.
Kind of, but it's a really
comic lifestyle in that
I'm out
every
at
night.
comedy clubs almost every night.
That's good,
Drinking almost every night. Smoking every day. Like going to bed at 3, 4, waking up at 11, 12.
Yep,
That is a
yep.
comic
It feels
life.
good.
Yeah.
You get skinnier, healthier.
Throat gets scratchier.
Good for you.
Definitely
It's
get
a good
scratchier.
life.
Yeah. Definitely get a little more sluggish.
Yeah. Always feel like you have AIDS or kind of
Yeah,
disease.
always a low-grade fever.
Shitting blood today. I shit blood
Did you
today.
shit blood today?
Yeah. It was weird.
Was it bright or dark? Because we went to the pharmacist
Bright
and
red.
asked her.
Bright
Oh,
red.
that's okay. You can go bright red.
And what's weird is I actually last night Ryan Mervis, who's a comic, was working the bartender at the Comedy Store, and he's like, "You want to do a shot?" And I'm like, "All right, let's do this." And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, "Let's do another shot." And I'm like, "All right, well, I'm gonna shit blood tomorrow." And I said that, and then right when I woke up, fucking first shit of the day, just bright red everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, why is that? Are you pushing too hard?
There's two things I think. Well, one, it's either a hemorrhoid, which I don't think it was. this
Yeah.
time. Or two, I think I get stomach ulcers from drinking, and it's just shit. But I think that would be black blood. Mm-hmm. So it must just be, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you're the hemorrhoids.
I don't
Are
care.
you get piles?
Piles? No, I just have one inside me. We've talked about this before.
I know,
I
if
think.
it's,
I know,
you know,
but
it's near
it's
the
been a
surface. It's
while.
okay. It could be like from your rectum.
It's
your-
right on the inside of the lip of
Okay.
the butthole, and I've had it rubber band litigation, no, something like that, where they tie a rubber band around it to try to kill it, and it hurts so
Oh,
bad.
that made my asshole pucker just
Yeah.
hearing it.
It hurts.
They tie a rubber band around it?
Yeah, I swear to God, I've told you
No,
guys this.
not this.
Maybe I didn't tell you this.
Oh my
All right,
god.
so I had a hemorrhoid like 7 years ago, and I went to the doctor, and it was really embarrassing because I never go to the doctor, and so I had to find a butt doctor, which like it was really hard to find because you had to find out what a butt doctor's called. It's like a colonoscopy or whatever.
Proctologist.
Yeah, proctologist. That's right. I was just putting butt doctor into
a
Google.
colonologist.
Butt doctor into Google, and it was like a lot of gay escorting.
Butt doc.
But no, and I found this place on Yelp. You know, everyone was like, they're gentle with their butts, and I'm like, cool, I want that. And so I went in this room, and this old man goes, all right, take down your pants, and you get in like the stirrup thing, like you're having a baby, but
Yeah.
backwards. And
Backwards.
yeah.
Lay on your stomach, you mean?
Yeah, I was
Or-
on my stomach with butt in the air, arched like fucking Kim Kardashian riding a merry-go-round. And like then right when I'm naked, and he's just like, all right, this is gonna be a little cold, and he puts one of those things in that opens it up like a woman's vagina at the
speculum.
gynecologist. Yeah,
That
and then
wide? Like an inch wide?
it was not that big. It was smaller. It was like
Okay.
maybe like a
You look
half,
like you're holding a football. Like he opens it
a
up.
half taller. It wasn't a goatsy.
And does it hurt? Does
goatee?
it hurt when they put it in your butthole and open it?
It wasn't that big of a pain. It did because it didn't open up. They really didn't open up that much, and it was just really cold though, and it felt really like a knife in your butt, but wasn't hurting. But it was just like there's a knife in my butt.
Yeah.
But then the worst part is that somebody knocks on the door, and he goes, "We have some students here that are."
Shut
I
up.
swear to fucking God. And he's like, "Do you mind if a student comes?" I'm like,
For real.
I swear to fucking God, 100%. And I'm like, I don't care, Jesus. Like you're not gonna say no. Like,
Yeah.
I'd say no. Yeah.
really?
Oh,
I
yeah,
should
but
have
go
said
fuck
no.
yourself,
I don't know why the fuck I didn't say no. And now to think about it,
You have no
but
boundaries.
it wasn't students. And luckily, it was one person. But it was a hot blonde girl. And then she just sat there. She was 22, and I'm like, all right, she's on day one of school. Like, she's probably going to quit school and just talk about it on her blog when she gets home, And anyway, so they go in there and like, oh yeah, you have a hemorrhoid. You could either do nothing and you'll be fine for the rest of your life, or we can do this thing called a rubber band, whatever, where we tie a rubber band around it, but you're going to have to do it like 3 times. It doesn't hurt at all. He's like, it just kind of a little pinchy feel. And he's like, and I'm like, oh, let's do the rubber band thing. And so he's like, all right, so I'm going to put it on.
Wait, what do they put the rubber band on?
What they do is they take the hemorrhoid and they clip it and they pull it out. Like,
Oh
and,
my
so it's like if you haven't seen like an internal hemorrhoid or a hemorrhoid, it's usually like a humongous bubble or something like that. It's like a zit, a big ass fucking cyst zit.
I can't take it.
And
I can't hear this. I
And
don't think I can
so
do
they
this.
pinch it
Oh my god.
inside your butt. This is all happening inside your butt or my butt. And then the hot blonde chick's just looking at me. And then they put a rubber band and they tie it super tight around it, and it feels like somebody's just mildly pinching you on the arm. So it doesn't hurt, and he like injected my butthole with some shit, so I didn't feel it as much.
Some shit.
He had a hard on.
And I got home. I got home. When I got home, I was like, all right, this doesn't feel as bad. But then the medicine wore off, and it felt like somebody took a knife inside my butthole and was just twisting a knife left and right. It was the most intense pain I have ever had for about 12 hours.
He had a hard on.
Right. So I never went and got back the other two. Like you're supposed to go back and
Why
do it 2
would
more
you?
times.
Fuck that.
I never went back. I was like, fuck that.
That painful?
It was horrible.
And then
dude.
when you say rubber band, I mean, like, is this like a absolutely microscopic rubber band? Or?
Yeah, they're like the ones you put in your
Like
braces. And
Oh my god!
yeah, have you ever had one of those zits where you're pinching it and it hurts so bad, but you're like it felt like that inside. I mean, it was in
your asshole,
inside your
Fuck.
asshole.
Wow. Can I tell you that I'm getting older, when you go to the gynecologist, eventually they have to examine your butthole. I'm dreading that time. I'm like, you know what? I'll just die of colon cancer because I don't want anything. I'm extremely phobic of like tooling around.
Yeah, you're telling me.
So you guys don't have ass play at all? No ass play?
No, you know, he'll graze it, but I don't allow anything
Graze.
inside.
You never eat it?
Of course. What are you talking about?
Well,
Fucking
that's
kid?
different, yeah. Like
right.
external play is okay, but
External play.
inside I'm strictly not. I don't like anything in my
That's
butthole.
good for you.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
for you.
You think so?
I've
no
been-
one's ever
virtue?
seen
Is that a
mine.
virtue?
I should probably talk to a doctor because it's been very active. It's very active.
What are you talking
You've never had it looked at ever?
No.
You should, dude. I mean, I feel now that it's been like that was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe longer. I feel bad because I haven't been back to the doctor to have it looked at because my asshole is very active. Like, obviously,
Yeah.
fucking blood and shit, and
The blood part's alarming. You should.
Well, I
really-
think, like I said, I think that is the hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
But
Ooh,
But
this is-
Tom,
I
do
don't
you
know,
have
this is-
blood?
Sometimes.
Are
Yeah.
you being serious?
yeah.
You really should go to a doctor, dummy. I mean, this one he knows why, but you
Well,
don't
I mean,
know why.
mine's like once a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you make the little man tampon with your hand, and you put a little toilet paper in
I
your
don't
butt.
do- I
we
don't do
talked
that.
about the
I don't
man
do that.
bun.
You don't do that, so you just let it bleed onto your underwear.
I don't have
I've
any
not
white
seen
underwear.
that.
No, but you have like
I
a
don't
little.
I've never had like that. I've had it like in the moment. You know what I mean?
But no, drip ejects or like
No.
after a few wipes, it's gone.
Are you seriously doing brown, red?
no.
Are you serious? Okay.
No.
Because if you're fucking shitting blood, we got to go to the
No,
hospital.
I'm not
Okay.
shitting blood at all.
You
I
won't
promise.
lie to me about that?
I promise you.
You know what's so cute about Tommy?
You were lying the whole time.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
I don't
really
shit blood. No.
But his shits sound like we should go to the hospital.
I know.
Like when I be in the
You
living
know?
room.
I listen to your podcast.
Have you heard it? Okay. But here's the problem is that, lately every time I shit, I have to wipe so much that I just have to take a shower now.
Yeah.
Like, that's not good either, right? Like, every
It's just-
time you
that's
shit,
just-
you're like,
but that's just food. That's just content, man.
You think
It's
so?
Absolutely.
Veggie? I'm trying to eat healthy, so I eat a lot of...
It's changing your diet. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
And then road diet, too. Like,
Yeah.
road diet will kill you. Like, that's another...
Mhm. I think we're kind of speaking his language, so maybe we should probably just go ahead and.
Hey, buddy. Oh, stop, dog. Hey, buddy. Stop, dog. Hey, buddy. Stop, dog.
That's so ridiculous.
You need to wipe down.
Stop, dog.
It never gets old. So
It never does.
I talked to the big guy today. We do Top Dog segments when you were
No.
together? No,
It was right after.
right after. Well, you've heard him though, or no? You
Yeah.
have? Oh, man.
And at the elevator door. And
Oh yeah, this is pretty good stuff today. I gave him a shout. I'll give you a Top Dog tea. You got to have a Top Dog tea.
It's so
Love one.
good.
Yeah, so I'll give you one of those, and thanks to everybody that ordered them. Thank you very much. We've been shipping them out as best we can on the. We try to get there. That's crazy doing the shipping, man. It is fucking.
Do you guys still do
it's a
it
good
yourself?
problem to have.
Yeah, look,
but
that's our inventory
Yeah, look
right
behind.
now. And we just do
Oh
it.
my
Do it
god!
out of,
yeah.
out of
Every Sunday. I'm sorry.
Casa de
Sorry.
Mommy.
Sometimes it's like a fucking.
No, we come home off the road to like Tuesday.
It'd be like a full day
Tuesday,
though.
Wednesday,
Like,
yeah.
it takes a day.
It takes a while.
But-
Wow.
Why, you don't do it? You have a service or whatever?
I used to do it myself, and then that quickly was like, no, there's no
overwhelming.
fucking way I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Then I hired my friend Courtney to do it, and then it was just, you could tell she was struggling just to keep up, and it was
Really?
just too much for her. And then I have the company that I get the T-shirts from. They hired somebody to do it there, so it goes right from them. But it's still like, I don't know
Is it
who
worth it?
It is, but it's also a big pain in the ass because the company that I use is for the ordering system for the shopping cart and all that shit. They don't send you an email with the address and what they ordered and everything on, like, you have to log into PayPal and then look at what the address is and stuff. So I need to find a better shopping. Who do you guys use for a shopping cart company?
What do you mean?
PayPal. Like when?
And they go on our website. And
where you put like in the quantity of like how many you have.
No, because our computer girl
that I have somebody for.
Oh,
I don't have
we don't
somebody.
do that.
I'm not a code guy. But listen,
Top
it's a good problem to have. No, I'm saying shipping stuff. Thank you for ordering the merchandise, and we'll keep sending it to you. So I talked to him today. We had a good talk, and I'll just get into it. Because I want you to know this. I do think about you, listeners. The reason this phone call happened is because he called me yesterday, and he started talking about what you're going to hear, and I said, "Save it. I'll call you back," because I don't even want to blow the load. He's like, all right, and then
does he listen to this podcast?
Not at all.
No idea how to.
No
Thank
clue.
God.
No clue.
Hello. Hey, Dad. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Good. What's going on, man? Just finished off another chess victory. Beat the guy 3 times. Actually, we drew the first game, and I won the last 2.
Love chess.
So, kind of excited, another notch in my belt. What was it? One of our listeners is a chess teacher. He asked me if you wanted to play him online. Sure. Give me his... Yeah? Yeah, sure, absolutely. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, you might have...
There's a guy that came to my show in Richmond a few weeks ago. He's a chess teacher. And I told him about Top Dog Play. He goes, I'd love to play him online. And I said,
what do you play online? Like, is there a chess website?
Oh, my God. There's chess. Chess is huge, and it's a huge internet thing. Like, people, you can play. There's groups you can join. There's websites, programs you can buy, or, clubs you can join. And people play chess.
Do you remember Battle
fanatically.
Chess?
Wait, what?
No.
Chess. It was chess, but like all the characters battled each other.
You don't play chess.
I don't play chess. I play Chinese checkers.
So do I.
That's my game.
I'm too stupid for chess too. I can't figure it out.
I love Chinese checkers.
Chess is an advanced.
Chess is really hard.
Yeah. So I want to tell that guy. You know who you are. Send me an email. Send me an email to your mom's podcast at Gmail, and I'll try to hook it up.
Matchmaker.
Yeah.
Chess lovers.
So it's going to happen for you.
Yeah.
All right. I'll definitely set that up. Absolutely. I mean, he teaches chess, so that might be some pretty good. Oh, I mean, always a game you can improve on, that's for sure. Yeah. You called me yesterday. You said you were telling me something about one of your shits. You were like, you ever notice when... what happens is, this only happens when you go into an unfamiliar toilet. And usually, happens when you have a double flusher. Because you're sitting down there and, you've dropped a pretty good sized load, which means you probably have to use a little more paper than normal, okay?
Yeah.
And then you realize you want to flush that down, and you got to kind of go in for the second run at the wipe, okay? Right. Well, some toilets, depending on how they're designed and the water pressure, the water rises up, And the more dump in the toilet, the higher the water level raises. Well, if you're not careful, what happens is that the water rises up and hits you right in your private parts there. Right in your sack. Yeah, absolutely right in the sack. Okay. So being the veteran that I am, when I go into an unfamiliar toilet and I hit the flush, I kind of just lift my butt up and visually look down between my legs to see how high the water goes. Because in case this turns into a triple flusher, then I know how high the water goes. Okay. Oh, yeah, because sometimes, so you actually do,
in a way, you're doing like recon on the toilet. In a way.
Perhaps airport toilets can do this too, because sometimes they have these really, depending on the water pressure and the setup, they can have these really violent flushes, okay?
He's right about
and if you're not careful,
You've had those, right?
Oh, it's crazy.
Has it ever startled you?
It startles
when
me,
you're not paying
and then it
attention?
also brings wind, like unexpected
Yeah.
wind. You're like, whoa, I'm going to get sucked into this, man.
Yeah.
But I don't like because sometimes the backsplash touches my cooch,
Yeah.
and then you're like, what fucking awful disease am I going to get from like other people's shit water on my cooch?
Of course.
It's panic. It's
Of
total
course.
panic.
I actually had the exact same thing happen to me where he's saying that the water rises.
Yeah.
Like I was doing like a shit and it was just like, I remember I was just like, I kind of looked at it. Like I did one of those where you like sit up a little and just to see how much is in the bowl. Cause you're just like, oh my God, I'm shitting like nonstop. And then I just flushed it, but was sitting down still and the water rose and my dick touched a turd. And I remember it was the first time that I've ever had like knew that could happen or felt that.
Yeah.
And it freaked me out. Like ever since then now I'm kind of like your dad.
That's a new door that opened that day
Your
into that
dick
world.
touched your turd?
Dick touched a turd or something.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was-
I've had. I know what you're talking. I've had two where you have like a disgusting shit, and then you flush, and it just comes and just it basically it's like someone took a cup and threw it at your balls.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, fuck, man.
So filthy.
disgusting.
The public.
Sure, he talks more about it.
yeah, you're not careful, you know, that can splash all over you. So you really need to know, you need to check out kind of, it's kind of hard to think about this ahead of time before you sit down. But when you're sitting down and you're finishing up, you got to kind of lift up and flush. Otherwise, you may be in for a nasty surprise.
Yeah, because
but this comes with experience. This comes with experience, okay? And so,
I believe you.
You know, I mean, you know, I've been airports, gas stations, everything, and you know, you never know who was down there before, and of course, you don't want their stuff if it rises up and hits you in, you know, the sack there. That's not something you can just take a shower and get cleaned up right away. You got to carry that around, you know, until you get to
You got to carry around. You got to carry around a shit sack, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I mean, I really, this hasn't happened to me in a long time because I've battle tested this area.
So, yeah, because the thing that sucks is that not only are you getting water, a surprise, you know, because it's really the surprise element, but on us,
it is
shit water.
Yeah, it's shit water.
Dirty shit water.
It's dirty shit water, and then, you know, you sit there and say, oh my God, how am I going to clean this thing off, you know? and you can't, you know, it's just, and then of course, you know, if
your dad's awesome.
If you put your underwear on and you get to your destination and you got little, if you got brown spots in the middle and the front, you know you got a problem. So I'm this hasn't happened to me in years because I know what to look for and prepared.
Wow. Your dad is the coolest man alive.
Isn't he the best?
Just listening to him talk is like poetry.
And he's so passionate about the cause. He's not some kind of fucking daytime rookie shitter.
And you know what that is right there? That really is experience and a guy who's willing to share his wisdom.
Yeah.
And you may color it with your own opinion on, but it's about it's still wisdom. Wisdom is wisdom,
right.
and that's what that was.
He's like the Aristotle of shitting.
Absolutely. That's
Your dad.
very well put.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or Schopenhauer.
And shitting is a big part of life, so why discount that, you know?
I agree.
Why
we all have our
shun?
gifts. We all have our treasures to share in life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your dad's.
That reminded me of one time when I injured myself shitting. I did one of those shits where you have a really intense boner and you have to like kind of like push it down so you can girls probably have no idea, but like guys when they have a boner it's like sticking straight out. And so to shit you can't just sit down and have your boner going straight up and out, because then you usually pee when you shit, like it's just automatically like it's connected. So you have to like push the dick with your hand back down and put it towards the toilet, and you usually have to sit there and like push it down.
It's very uncomfortable and weird.
Yeah, so then once you start shitting, then you'll pee a little, and then you can kind of go, all right, I think I'm done peeing, and then you can kind of rest your dick underneath the toilet lid, the tip of the lid, you know, so it won't just stick straight up. I did that and then stood up after I was done, and it scraped the head of my dick and almost popped my head.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
Hey, what is that picture, by the way?
That's my friend Chuck. That's my friend Chuck.
Isn't that one of the greatest photos of your life?
Isn't that great? I just thought that was a girl.
don't like looking. It looks like a very long crack.
It is a very. He's 6'5".
That's a humongous butt crack.
Yeah.
I want to frame it because it's my favorite thing in this office.
I have another one of the same. The next moment is him in the same doorway, and he's facing you, and he tucked the junk. So I got we got both sides.
Of the land.
That's right. Yeah, it's
That's
really
a good one, right?
It's sort of like my own personal art collection. This is my Picasso.
Your wall. That's his wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I know.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you get that all over your nuts. You're pretty screwed with that. If you're, like you said, in an airport, you gotta walk around with that.
You got no place to go.
Yeah.
So, but it's this thing about the different type of. There's all different types of flushes out there. There's the slow kind. I mean, I had one the other day. It was actually in church, okay? And I had the 3 is weak water pressure. I had to do, 3 flushes to get it all to go.
It's a
triple flusher.
It was triple flusher, yeah. I haven't had a lot of triple flushes lately, but did the other day.
I do a lot of triple flushers just because of how much I wipe.
Yeah, it's funny. It depends on. I can tell. I know myself so well. I can tell whether, the other day it was horrible. This is in the office, and I realized that there was very little toilet paper left.
Oh no!
And I had to go in. I had to go into real toilet paper management mode.
Wow.
And you're looking up there and you realize, am I going to have enough to complete the job?
Oh no, that's a crisis.
Mm-hmm. And after the second wipe, you see how much is there. And you say, oh my God, I don't know if I'm going to quite make it.
You have to fold the roll, right?
And that's kind of a panic sets in usually.
Well, it does, and of course what you have to do sometimes is, I did this once, I didn't have enough, so I had to stand up. My pants are down around my ankles, and I had to kind of like just taking baby steps, go out the stall and go around into the other stall, and you hope nobody walks in while you're doing that.
Wow.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because that really teaches you, like you said, toilet paper management or toilet paper conservation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you're gonna look up there to see how much is there, and if there's a knot there, sometimes you as a backup, you can reach in if you got like paper towels there, you can use those for.
Yeah,
backups.
I've been in stalls where I've taken a little piece and I just balled it up to try to get the most out of the.
Yeah, well, I've done that. Oh, the other thing, the other day, I had some really, I kind of had some really this inferior toilet paper. And, it was a low quality, and and you have to be careful you don't punch a hole through it.
Oh,
yeah,
done that.
Nothing worse than that.
Yeah.
That's the worst when you feel your thumb or your finger punch through.
Oh, I know. I did that the other day, and I had of course
you bring it around and it's all covered in brown.
Yeah, and you got to remember to wash your hands because if you don't, that.
I like that he has to remember. He's like, because in that case, you know what I mean? That's the scenario where you better remember to wash your hands. If you don't get shit on your hands, then don't worry about it.
You know what I like to do if there's no toilet paper is I use the toilet seat cover.
Oh yeah, that's an emergency one.
Yeah,
if
it
has it.
Airports.
Yeah. I've had used a sock once before where it was just like it was just like, you know what, I'm wearing shitty socks. I also took the paper roll, the brown paper roll, and I folded it in half and then just put it like over my butthole in my underwear, and then went and grabbed paper towels. And then,
oh wow,
that's inventive. Yeah.
That's pretty interesting, yeah.
It didn't really work the best.
But definitely, hey, if you're listening, there's 2 things to remember now. Wipe down, lift your butt off the seat. Oh, I guess 3 things. And then if you get shit all over yourself, you got to remember to wash your hands.
You got to wash that in that case, yeah.
And talking to your dad about poop in such detail is amazing to listen to. I could never imagine talking to my dad about even one turd.
Really?
What would he do?
He'd be like, Brian, shut up, you're weird.
We're not done yet. Can we keep going?
Oh my God, yeah.
Then you're spreading germs everywhere, E. coli all over the building,
You know what, the other thing I noticed, you ever noticed that, like, when you get it on your hands, it's really, really hard to get that smell off. Like, human feces really sticks to your skin.
It gets down in there. You really got to go. The secret to that is not warm water, it's hot water.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, you got to go, not scalding, but you got to basically ratchet up the temperature because the hot water is what you really need. Warm water doesn't loosen it up because, see, it's inside your body. It's 98.6 degrees inside your body.
That shit is.
Right. So you got to get water, above 100 degrees.
98.7,
to really kind of make it loosen up a little bit. And that's not everybody can handle that, okay?
No.
Right. And so I 110, 115, that, got to have take some man, but that's what you have to do if you want to really get that stuff out of there. And with
I got to.
Because I've noticed that, you get it on your hand, let's say, and you wash your hands in the sink with soap and water, and it's gone. You don't see it, but the scent will still be there.
Well, that's because you're not. It's because you're using just warm water. When you use really hot water, you won't have that problem.
Can I tell you this though? I'm really impressed. Christina has an amazing tolerance for hot water.
Oh, yes.
It really blows me away, man.
Yeah.
You're just very weak with your hot water.
No, I like hot.
Dude,
everything. I like hot.
She showers in water that I would hit the head of the the shower head away. I would immediately jump out of the way, and that's her normal. I'm relaxed.
And I like to sweat.
Water.
When I lay in bed, I like to be all covered up, real warm.
I hate that so
I wear a parka on airplanes, in the wintertime, a crazy North Face.
One.
Yeah, people think I'm crazy. That's because I think I grew up in LA where it's always warm.
Yeah.
I have very no tolerance for cold. I don't like that. Yeah. What are you looking at? I mean, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I wish my stepdad would report on his shits too, because he was very vocal. That's why I find this amusing. My stepfather and my mother would sit down for breakfast every morning. They would drink coffee, espresso, and then they would both leave, take shits, come back, and report to each other.
Wow.
And it was in my house, that was an everyday thing. What was your shit like? And we discussed it, and it was, out in the open.
Now, can I ask you if because you date kind of regularly, you've had multiple.
Can I have that wine?
Yeah, different girlfriends. No.
Species.
Does the fart game change with each girl? In other words, do you wait to see how each one's going to play out before you?
Yeah, usually it always happens with an accident at first.
Yeah.
And then they either they have to hear it and either they laugh and be make a joke about it, or they fart and then I start making fun of them, and then I'll fart on them later as payback.
I got you.
And that's how the fart game starts.
And how long will it take for the game to get started?
Usually it's only a couple months in, I would say.
That's what Tom did.
Yeah.
Tom put my hand in his crotch and then farted when we were watching a movie.
That's how I broke the seal.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there more audio?
We have just a little bit more. Do you want to hear it?
I want to hear what he's got.
The guy who knows. Okay.
I mean,
trust me on this one.
So
he knows about the hot water.
And it's gone. You don't see it, but the scent will still be there.
Well, that's because you're not. It's because you're using just warm water.
Yeah.
When you use really hot water, you won't have that problem. Take it from the guy who knows. Okay.
Okay.
Trust me on this one.
So that's really the lesson to think about on that one.
Hot water. It's got to be hot water.
Hot water. So are you going to bring? I know you're going on a trip this week. Are you going to bring a roll of toilet paper with you?
Oh, absolutely. For going to cruise lines, really don't use the highest quality. Everybody's trying to save money today, so I'll go to the store and get some, probably some of the high-end Charmin tissue, which is kind of one of my favorites. And I'll put that in the suitcase.
He likes
for those for those moments.
Stuff with aloe.
Oh, yeah.
That soft stuff.
Well, I hope you have a great trip, and I hope your balls stay dry. I hope you don't get any shit water on them.
Well, I do, and I'll tell you one thing about going on a cruise, because I tend to eat a lot. My last cruise was a 7-day cruise with 28 dumps, so I don't know. I might go for 30 this time.
Oh my!
Oh, that's awesome, man. I was thinking. I really like. I like the force
4 days
of when you're on a plane, how it really flushes hard. I like that. I want to do that in a house one day. Get a house.
Well, most houses, the way they're set up, they don't have that, industrial kind of airport water pressure, but some places do. And of course, cruise ships have their own, suction system. I mean, it doesn't. The nice thing about a cruise ship, it doesn't rise up. It can't happen on a cruise ship. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll give you a full report when I get back.
I can't wait. All right. I love you, Dad.
Okay, love you, buddy. Bye.
So cute.
You should have your dad like write a note for each shit, like his notes on each a diary for each shit. And have your mom read it.
A shit journal, like an Oprah journal.
Like this shit was fast and quick.
Do the shit journal in front of her because that would be the best thing ever.
Amazing.
She really hates this talk.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's the best.
I remember. It's really
Dude,
great.
can I tell you what happened to me? I was at the Comedy Store and I was doing the main room, and you know that main room, green room, where there's a toilet, but there's only like those parlor doors and they don't lock. And I was the only one back there, and I was like, I had to take a fucking pre-show dump.
Yeah.
Like, so I was, those nerves a little bit, and I took a shit. And the water pressure is so low in that back room. Right. And when you flush and nothing happened. And I heard footsteps coming and I was like, oh no, I'm going to get caught shitting. And there's a huge turd in the bowl. And like I panicked and I pushed really hard. And then like the key to that when there's low pressure, I think, is to give a forceful and then hold it down.
Yeah.
A quick one forceful and hold it, and then it'll eventually kick in.
Mm-hmm. You know, the flushing, the high-powered flushes that they have is usually just the toilet itself. In public places, they usually have the higher end, like
that.
Because it's less. If it's pushed or sucked down, then it's less clogging, so they don't have to have maintenance people come there as much.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's usually just a toilet, so you could get that at your house.
Don't you hate? You ever had go somewhere at someone's house or a building where you shit, and when you flush, it does like a half thing where then the rest of it comes back. And you're like, like third world style. You're like, come on, man, and you got to flush it again. And you're like, guys, get some money together. What are you, poor?
Yeah,
Are the worst as countries where, like in Hungary, they're double layered toilets, so you shit just on the porcelain, and then there's the water part under it, so you smell it like you're just stewing in your own smell, and then the water comes and it'll
sometimes
push it down.
In
I
those,
hate that.
the shit will completely miss the water, like the way your angle. So there's just like dump stuck to the side, and you flush and it doesn't move. That happened on a plane. I remember I told you about the flight where the guy. I walk in and it's on the plane and I was like, holy shit, right? And he had just, I saw the guy, so I knew it was him. I closed it, I go to pee, I lift it up, and there's a huge shit sitting on like in there, but not in the water, like on the side. And
like
I'm
a ploppy one? Like
yeah.
a ploppy.
No, like a fucking sloppy Joe, like a mush. Like someone took a spoon, scooped it, and threw it against the inside of the bowl.
That's a great analogy. Yeah.
And I go, oh, and I hit flush, and I see the water go over it, and it doesn't move. It's just there. So I'm like, oh my God. And I'm starting to gag because you know how small a fucking airplane bathroom is.
It's the worst.
Right.
And I'm like gagging, but I'm peeing. I used to have to pee. I'm peeing. I'm like, and I walk out and it's to the point where I couldn't even pretend. Like I was gagging and I opened the door and I was like, oh my God. And the flight attendants were right there and they're like, what? And I go, I normally wouldn't react like this, but holy shit. I go, that guy took a crazy shit and it won't flush. And the lady goes, you're kidding me. And I was like, no. She was like, oh. So she grabbed a spray in her purse, sprayed it like 8 times inside of there, and eventually, like other people kept going, and it flushed down. But it was one of the strongest experiences.
Well, what an animal! I mean, listen, I've had runny dumps before I get on planes, and I do? I take a fucking Pepto because I know that number one, I'm torturing everybody, and number two, I don't want to have to get up every 5 seconds and shit on a plane.
It was a 3-pound shit that this guy took.
Right, and was it just like a local flight, like an hour, 3 hours?
It was a 5-hour flight.
Okay, well, but that's tougher. To hold it in for, well, I'm talking like international, like when you go to Europe.
Oh, yeah, you got.
And after they do the meal, everybody fucking gets up and runs the toilet, and everyone's taking a shit.
All right, would you guys rather? This is a would you rather?
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! You have to play the song. You can't just go into it like that.
Wow, man, that's bold.
And don't forget, Brian said he also has a dental update later.
Oh my God,
I forgot about that.
There's a lot of show.
All right.
What's your would you rather?
Would you rather jump into a pool filled with shit and piss and have to do a lap to the other side?
Olympic style?
Olympic style. I mean, it's just turds, mostly 90% turds, and the rest is diarrhea.
Oh my God.
All right? Or take a turd the size of like a big banana and eat it.
Oh, dude. What the fuck?
Motherfucker, yeah.
That's really...
Ah, shit.
That's right.
That's a toughie.
It's horrible. I think the only thing...
Well, you have to eat the
well, look,
banana
here's
shit.
what's going to happen. Let's be honest.
You have to eat the banana shit?
Yeah.
You have to swallow it and
You have to swallow it, eat it, and on top of it, it's just like, you know, like a little like ketchup thing of blood.
One thing's going to happen automatically in both scenarios, and I think it might happen if we keep this conversation going, and that is that you're going to vomit so much immediately.
And whatever you vomit into a bowl that you have to then eat again.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah, there's no vomiting allowed for 24 hours.
What I love about things like this is when people get like really upset, and you're like, it's not going to happen. Like, no one's doing this. Like,
I know.
this isn't a real
I love that
thing.
too. People go to the reality of it.
Yeah.
Well, that's not possible.
Disgusting.
Yeah, well,
And
that's the whole
gross.
point.
And how can you set that up? Who are you gonna let? Who's gonna let you put
Who's
just
gonna
turds in
shit?
your pool?
Yeah. Can I tell you something? Is that I'm a really good swimmer, and I just have to swim once across.
Right, and it's about the size of just an average pool you'd get at like a
dude. Shit pool.
But I'm really good at swimming, and can I cover my nose with a plug?
You can do whatever you want. You can't. All right, I'll give you.
Can I cover my hair
No, you can't. You can't. You just have to be naked.
naked? But that's dangerous.
That doesn't matter. So it's eating a big old turd with blood
listen,
on it.
I've swam in like
Guys.
dirty rivers in other countries, and that's pretty close.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna swim through the diarrhea pool because I'm a good swimmer. I can get across
Right.
quick.
Well,
And I don't wanna
you know
eat-
it's 90% poop though, so it's not gonna be. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna look like pudding, swimming in pudding with just diarrhea in it.
But I can use whatever I want to cover my mouth and nose or to
No,
breathe.
you're completely naked.
No, I thought you said I could.
No, I
cover
changed my mind. You're
nose.
completely naked. Yeah.
Tom gets really mad when you change your mind with these.
Well, I mean, no, I thought because at first you said, "Can I put something like in my nose?" And then I'm like, "Well, then you're gonna want it like fucking like a helmet on and like armor." And then I'm like, "That's not." You have
I
to be
can
naked.
do it. I really think because I've thought about this before.
Yeah.
Like I could fucking do it, man. I could do it. This is one of those I could
All right,
do.
so
I
you'd
can't
swim.
eat shit. I can never eat it.
Of course not. No, I would try. Look, there's no question. I might die. I would throw up a lot, but I would take, of course, the swimming.
You do it on an empty stomach, dude.
You do understand, like, the diarrhea and poop is going to be going in your nose and on your lips and in your ears and in your own butthole and in your penis
and in your
hole.
hair, and your ear holes.
Jesus.
And your vagina is
beard.
going to have a big old turd stuck in
I know,
it.
that's the problem. I have to get all that poo out of my
Oh,
vagina.
man.
You know what's
Jesus.
funny is that smells stick to Tom's beard already.
Yeah.
Imagine what the poo beard will smell like on you.
Oh.
You eat pizza and I can smell it for like a day.
It sticks in my.
Yeah, you're going to have to use hot water.
A lot. How about you, Redban?
I would do the swimming also.
Tommy, what did you decide?
I would swim.
Wow, okay.
So that's pretty easy, I guess.
But do some people like eating poo? Some people like
Yeah.
eing it, right?
Yeah, some people are into it.
Like there's a whole fetish
Maybe
for
it's good.
Definitely.
poo.
Definitely.
Maybe
It's not good. It's not.
You like that? Okay.
Is that Blueban's mom?
I didn't tell you I ate a burrito for lunch today. Oh, I ate a burrito for lunch.
It's a fart video.
I love fart fetish. I would do this to somebody easily.
You do this to somebody. We recorded this.
No
is us.
problem.
Wow.
I could do this to
Guys, this has turned, by the way, the return of Redban has turned into the brownest episode
I know.
ever.
I love it.
Yeah.
Do you guys know a comedian named Tiffany Haddish?
Yeah.
She's so fucking funny, but I had her on a recent podcast I might put up the next day or so, but she can queef on command.
No, I know girls that can do this.
Yeah, so
It's
she put the
rare.
microphone deep inside her and in front of like 7 other guys.
No.
Just queefed on command for like
Yeah.
20 minutes, and I smelled it completely clean of any smell.
It's a
You
queef.
put your face down there?
No, I smelled the microphone. I just pulled it from
Oh.
her.
Because I know a girl, you lay on your back, this girl could lay on her back, and then she would suck in air in her vag, and then you can queef. It's apparently kind of a skill.
I know.
Only if you can cultivate.
I knew a guy that could do it in college with his asshole. He could fart. He'd get on
Wow.
fours, and then his butt would actually suck in air and fart. He could fart
Wow.
whenever
That is
he
a
wanted.
skill.
It's pretty cool for sure. I mean, I definitely wish I could do it. You know.
When you're soft, can you bend your dick around and touch your asshole with it?
What?
Like the head of your dick. Can you bend it around and touch your asshole?
I haven't tried that.
Try it. It's weird.
You like that?
Stinky. It's really stinky.
Okay. I didn't tell you I ate a burrito for lunch today.
That's a juicy one.
Yummy.
It's you.
Pushing those out hard. Wow. You can tell when she's struggling to push those out.
I wish I could commodify my farts like that.
You'd be a millionaire because I have smelled them.
I know.
They're really strong.
They're wasted on you. They're wasted on my husband. There are guys that would pay a premium to smell my farts.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. You should sell farts in a jar.
Farts in a jar.
Real
we talked
farts in a
about
jar,
that.
like in baby food jars.
Then like mason jars, and we'll seal them up.
Yeah, immediately after farting, seal it up, and then sign the lid.
Guys,
Who wants one? I got them.
Go ahead and post on our Facebook page, Facebook/Your Mom's House Podcast. Who wants to buy one of Christina's farts?
I
can tell you from having experienced them, they're really good.
What happened before Redban came over? Tell them about that fart.
Well, she did a room clearer, like a real. We ate real healthy today, exercised, ate real healthy, and we were done. We were on the couch. She dropped one where I saw her. She had her nook. She was reading, and she dropped it. And then I turned. And I was like, wondering why she dropped it. And I was reading on my phone, and then I dropped my phone, and she was like, "Yeah." And
wow.
It was a heater.
Yeah, it was real strong.
You had to light 2 matches, which usually it's only a 1 matcher usually.
Yeah, so I jumped up and I lit 2 matches, and then
Ohio
she was in
Blue
the bathroom
Stripe?
for a while. What's that?
Ohio Blue matches?
I don't know what kind of matches they were, but it was they were pretty good. I mean, they're nice matches, you know what I mean?
There it is. That's old school. This is an old school thing.
This is
original.
And this is a Redban.
This is, yeah.
He produced this. He built this segment.
He built the city.
On rock and roll. So I decided to finally get one of those expensive ass toothbrushes. It was $120 at Target. Originally $149. It was on sale, and it's so much better. Do you use regular toothbrushes?
I use we floss and then use regular.
All right, you have to get one of these toothbrushes.
You're talking about like the water pick ones?
No, it's like the high powered rechargeable. I think it's Braun or something like that, and it just spins. And they have different attachments. Like they have a flossing one. They have where it's like these bristles that go in and pretty much floss your teeth for you instead of having to take the floss
itself.
You actually have bristles that floss.
Wow,
and it's exciting stuff.
It's like I've used the cheap spin brushes before, and I'm like, oh, this is just as good as those. No, you have to get one of these, man. It will change your life more than anything.
Wow.
Okay.
And so I'm traveling with this thing, and I guess it went off and like on the plane, like it turned on somehow in my bag. And so when I got home, my suitcase had all these like fucking stickers on it. It's like they've been checked and stuff like that. And my toothbrush was like in a separate bag, like a Ziploc bag with like some other label on here, like this has been inspected or something like that.
Wow.
And yeah.
Now you have to replace the batteries because that's my problem. I get a nice toothbrush and then battery dies, and I'm too lazy to replace it, and then I just throw away the toothbrush. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is a rechargeable one. I think it lasts up to 2 or 3 years, I think. I don't know. But
rechargeable is really cool.
Yeah.
I might look into that.
Yeah, but they have it on if you click on the Amazon link at Your Mom's House Podcast or whatever.
There you go.
get to help out the show while buying a product that I fully endorse. So,
it's interesting. I have a dental update. I was looking at Tom's teeth. We were watching the Olympics, and I noticed that they look a little like buttered popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
A little yellow
Babe.
on the inside. I think you may have to go get a cleaning.
No, I think it's time for
a little buttery.
They do not. They do not look
or like
that.
Tic Tacs.
I think he needs
orange.
porcelains.
I've got porcelains. I got to
really?
redo mine soon.
You only have
you have to redo them. Why do you have to redo them?
Because every 10 years I got to redo them. Porcelain doesn't last. Like veneers last forever. But they shave your teeth down. I don't want that.
Oh, so porcelain's the ones they just kind of stick like a shield?
Like this one, half of it's gone. So they just cap it and then they match it with that one.
Oh, I need that.
Let me see yours.
No.
What do you need?
No,
Why do you need? Let me
don't
look.
look at my tooth.
Why?
No.
Is it? Oh, it's one tooth.
No, it's
Then-
butter popcorn.
Is it buttery? Let me see your butter
No, go
popcorn
away.
teeth.
Mine are.
Look at him, old man.
I wanted to go do the bleaching again though. I wanna
Anal
do that.
bleaching, yeah.
Anal bleaching, and then
I want to do mine.
oral bleachings.
Yeah, my teeth are getting real yellow after like.
I've been
it's
wanting.
been 10 years.
I've
since
been.
done that.
No offense, but I've been biting my tongue about it. You have like really, really yellow teeth. Yeah.
Are they buttered popcorn yellow?
They're.
Don't lie. You're just saying that because I said that.
They look
to
like
you.
somebody took shaky cheese on top of buttered popcorn that has melted cheese.
That's so mean.
Yep.
I want to get my penis hole enlarged.
Your penis hole.
That's
You
the
can
new
do
thing.
that.
Yeah, that's just the new
Sounding.
thing. It's like half the time peeing, it comes out half as or faster.
Is that right?
50% faster.
You
So
can
it's less
stick
time in the
something
bathroom.
there. You
That's,
can stick
did you
something-
did you ever do a piercing? Did you do a Prince Edward or anything like that?
No, I've
Man,
only ears.
that looks so
Gnarly.
I can't imagine. I can't.
You can imagine it.
No, I've seen it. It's fucking.
It's too
hard.
gnarly.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tell you what I did today at
Sure.
Trader Joe?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was very pleased. You know how outside of Trader Joe's they always have these stupid people that solicit you
Fucking
or outside of any
jerks.
grocery store? Yeah, and it's annoying because it's like, look, if I was interested in your cause, I can go home, I can look on the website, and I'll donate or I'll do whatever. So I came up with a technique today where I pretended to be on the phone. So I'm pushing the cart, and then I got my phone up, like on my shoulder, like, oh, I got my ear to my shoulder. And I was pretending to talk to you, and then you storm right past them, and it looks like you're super busy.
That's a great one.
You like
Yeah.
that one?
Oh yeah. I've done it. I've done a more subtle thing before where I avert obviously the eye contact, but I've pretended to be thinking and look like I'm thinking about something. Like,
I've seen you do that
so I
at
look
home.
less approachable. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just kind of scrunch something like that. I've definitely just stared like at my phone. You know, and like as I'm walking, I'm not really looking at it. I'm just like pretending to.
Right, like, oh, I gotta answer
Just
this
because
thing
I know
right now.
there's a split second. There's that second. It's a moment when somebody, because they see a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's a moment when they go, you should try approaching this person, and there's also moments where they go like, don't approach that person.
Yeah.
And the goal is try to make yourself somebody that when you're seen by somebody else, they go, I shouldn't approach that
Yeah,
person.
I'm unavailable.
And give them some bullshit sales pitch right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had something happen to me that I was giving advice to, like, this is what you should do, and it backfired recently. If you're in a strip club, my advice was, like, if you don't want to let the girl down, like, hey, I don't want a private dance, you just say, I would, but, you know, you look exactly like my sister.
Oh.
And somebody originally told me to do that, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So I've been doing that for a while, but then I did it, and then this other girl came up to me, and I was like, oh, you know, I did the same thing, and the other girl heard me say it, and so then they all were like, he's saying that to everyone, and so girls were coming up to me like, hey, what's your name? And I'd be like, Brian. They're like, oh, that's my brother's name, and like they were started fucking with me.
Wow.
And then
bitches.
a black girl stood on my lap, and I couldn't say it because she doesn't look
Right.
like my sister, so I had to buy a dance.
Elaborate. You can't
From
just
a
say no.
black girl.
Why can't you just? Is it
Don't
considered
ruin it.
tacky?
I had to do it.
Sorry, I forget. Life's tough for you.
Oh.
Can't believe it's so good to have you back.
It is so great.
The mommy
Feels
dome.
to be back. And by the way,
You're
right
juvenile.
now, you know, we're not live, obviously, but we're uploading this hopefully successfully in South Africa.
Oh,
that's where we're going. So,
are you really?
Yeah.
Is that why we weren't supposed to wear clothes today?
Yeah, that's why you're naked right now. So that's why we didn't do our dates announcement at the top like we usually do. But hopefully, if you're listening and you live in Durban or Johannesburg,
and you know D'Antwoord,
and yes, and
Oh yeah.
then
Are they from there?
Yeah, that's where they live.
So
Oh.
we're going to come back speaking Afrikaans for sure. It's
Yeah.
a super easy language to pick up.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to do that.
Super.
Yeah. So, I wanted to hopefully get into this real quick before I. Can you hang out another?
I have
few
nothing
minutes?
to do.
Okay.
My dog's just dead.
All right.
I need
Dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Real talk. Oh yeah. Real talk. Oh yeah. Real talk. Oh.
All right. So,
Don't torture.
are you watching?
He's torturing Blueban.
No. No, come on.
Stop it. Ew, he's rubbing it on his junk.
Dude.
Ew, now Blueban's all brown.
That was so...
That was so juvenile. Look at him. He looks like he's 12.
He looks like he's less
my
than...
dick.
So childish.
You're such a fucking child. Why would you do that? It's disrespectful.
Christ, you told me to do it. No.
God damn it.
You are mentally retarded.
I am. It's all this spring water.
Yeah.
I gotta pee. Can I run to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, you can.
Cool.
Yeah.
Talk shit on me, all right?
No.
Dude.
So stupid.
Lights on the outside.
Redban,
He's a
I still
fucking
feel like
child.
I need to know more about Redban. I still feel like we don't really know him.
Really? Do you know any 10-year-olds? You can just ask them about themselves, and you'll know Redban completely.
He is a little 10-year-old.
Jesus Christ.
He put Blueban
And
in
his fucking
crotch
junk?
right now. That's so disrespectful to Blueban.
Are you all right, man? Huh?
I don't know what happened.
All right.
It was all dark and hairy.
Smells. So
Real talk.
yeah, we were trying to introduce Real Talk. One of our most requested segments is back, and we've been watching. Look, I couldn't. I think I told people that I couldn't get into Mob Wives on VH1.
It's a lot of girl fighting. It's a lot of
too much.
Too much drama.
It was too intense.
But it's a good storyline.
But it was. I get anxiety around that level.
Women yelling. Yeah, most people
yelling.
do.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Mob Wives?
No, I that would drive me crazy.
Yeah. So I couldn't handle it. But
tough.
there's a spin-off. This chick, Big Ange,
Have
was
you
like a
seen
friend.
her? No. Oh, it's amazing.
This is an amazing specimen. I mean, it's really. So she was like a friend.
Let me show you a picture of Big Ange.
that worked at the bar. Okay, like the bar that they would go to.
She owns the bar.
Okay,
Sorry, she owns the bar.
But she was, behind the counter, and she's like a mob associate. Like her uncle was in the mob. They gave her own show. She looked. It's like you couldn't draw this character, and you can't imagine.
Because she likes everything big. Big tits, big lips.
Here's a little teaser.
On this episode of Big Ange.
We're making it rain tonight. We have a winner.
When I go on vacation, I spend all the money. Don't care. Wait to see what happens.
Look at his face right now.
I spend all the money.
Oh my!
When I go on
That-
vacation, I spend
That's
all
not a
the
real
money.
picture. That's a zombie. What's up with her eyes? Oh,
She's
there we
crazy,
go.
yeah.
Oh my!
That's Big
Now
Ange.
you gotta be respectful, because my uncle's Sally dogs.
You sound
and
just
Sally
like Big
dogs.
Ange. You sound
Store for use tonight.
Let's get this party started.
This is how I like to do Florida. I like the wise guys. The wise guys. I want to get whacked. Oh my God. I like the wise guys. The wise guys. I like the wise guys. Up, massage, facial, kids break.
She sounds like Joan Rivers' dad.
Everybody loves me.
Dude.
I love that theme song. I like the wise guys.
I like the wise
You
guys.
sound just like her.
She goes to Florida in this latest episode, and this piece of fucking work, man. Like first of all, I love that she's such a fucking Goomba, like mob, like what she calls herself a mob doll. That like she calls getting drunk and drinking, getting whacked.
Yeah.
She's like, I love to get whacked.
Getting whacked.
I love it. So her friends two of her friends come over, and they're going to go from New York down to Florida for
Florida, I like to spend all the money.
I spend all the money.
And the friends come over, and before they go to Florida, she goes, here's her talking to her friends before they go to Florida. It's,
we are going to have the best time. Me and my ladies are going to Florida. The bar's been getting very busy, and with your work cards, you deserve to go away and spend all the money.
When we go down there, we should buy a case of champagne so we can start every morning off with mimosas.
Drink. Every time we go away on vacation, me and the girls get together the day before to get whacked. So when we get on the plane, we can get re-whacked. And then we're just waxed for the week.
And then we just whacked for the week.
I love, but
we get re-whacked.
Can I tell you why I love Big Ange? Because she's like she's not divorced. She's married, but loosely married to this mob guy.
It's really bizarre.
Right,
yeah.
they're not together, but she's like a 50-year-old mom. Her
My
kid's
uncle was
grown.
Sally dogs.
and she has these friends, and they just get hammered and lay 20-year-old dudes. Like, that's the dream.
Sure.
That's a great life. Yeah, I mean, if you're not married and you're not into the married life,
throw that in now.
That's a great existence.
You know who she sounds like?
You.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that old lady from Beetlejuice?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is
like the wise
they get
guys.
whacked and you
Feel up for me because I might marry somebody down there. And I might actually have sex. Oh, baby.
Right before she go, I mean, that voice. How many?
I know.
How much smoking is that? How much?
Okay, and I see what she smokes. She smokes those brown cigarettes that your grandma. What are they called? Are those Pall Malls?
Yeah.
The like old timey brown ones.
Ugh. Yeah, I had a biology teacher in high school who smoked filterless Pall Malls. She used to smoke 3 packs a day of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and she looked like it. And she got down to Miss Mac. She got down to. I think she was down to a pack a day. And my graduation, when I graduated, I bought her a carton of filterless Pall Malls.
Good, Tommy. Real
and
nice.
she was like, I can't boast your grades anymore. So that's all right. Yeah. But this crazy broad, who you've seen the face. I mean, she clearly went bananas.
Her mouth looks like a vagina.
Yeah.
She went
like
crazy.
A real fat one. Big, huge cans.
Really? Huge.
She has like, I don't know, G size.
She goes to get Botox, and even the doctor, you know what? That doctor knew because those cameras are there. The doctor's not stupid.
Yeah.
Because I've seen doctors on other shows that like recommend shit to people that don't need it, like especially cosmetic surgeons. The doctor tells her, "Fucking
you can't
take it easy."
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Ange, how are you?
Good. I just recently started getting Botox for the first time. Now I want to get it every 3 weeks. Boop, 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 boop.
Hey, Angela.
Oh, sexy.
Why are you here today? Because I don't see anything.
That's the doctor. Why are you here today?
I like to get it every 3 weeks. Poop, 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 poop. That's the needle going in. Poop, poop, poop. It's making me look beautiful. Like
You sound so much like her. I love it.
He looks pretty good, so I don't know. So are you getting like addicted to this stuff already?
Anything that makes you look good, I'm addicted to. I live big over the top, even with my plastic surgery. Whether I could afford it or I can't, I still do it. Well, I was coming because I am going to Florida on Saturday.
Okay, you know the sun is not good for you. You have some sun damage. You don't look like Snow White.
Well, I'm dark-skinned.
Okay, fine. So we can give you...
Okay, fine. I like when a doctor is like, you really should be careful. And you're like, well, all right.
I'm dark-skinned. I'm a
She
dark,
really,
I'm
but
Italian.
she talks really slow
Sicilia.
too. But what is the cadence? It's very slow.
It's a New York, heavy New York.
I don't go into the sun.
Son,
She talks really
I do
slow.
what I want to do.
Because people who around her say are very clear and concise. Like, here's what I'm gonna fucking do.
Oh, right,
So that she talk, I get needles whenever I want them. All right. Give me dog.
A little bit more filler here, just to balance.
I want it all, whatever you say.
Perfect. You have some shadow here. I'm going to fill up a little bit here. You want to sit like this?
Oh, no.
Finish up the serum. A little pinch. I think it's great. I wouldn't do anything more. You're done. See
So she gave her, some shots, and then she goes.
you in 6 months.
6 months? What do you mean? I gotta come every week.
Oh, God, that
I gotta come every week. Exit stays left even. I gotta get more Botox.
But there are guys out there that's their number, right? Like they love big, huge tits
Yeah, her
and
tits are
Botox
fucking
and lips
stupid.
and the thing.
Yeah.
And
She's got like triple. I don't know.
They're ginormous.
J's.
Are you a boob guy or an ass guy?
I mean, I like it all, man. I mean, I don't really have that. I like both.
I thought of something the other day where like these people are like diehard ass people.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, I will kiss and suck on any boob, anybody's boob if no one was looking. Like if it was just me and a boob, and she's like, "You want to suck on this?" I'm like, "All right," I would do it.
Okay,
but. Not any woman would I be like, hey, she'd be like, hey, you want to suck on this ass? I would not do it to even half the 50% of the ass. 30% of the ass.
Yeah,
what if I was in a guy's tits?
You'd be doing all right.
I know a girl that was into guys' tits.
No. That's not true.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
So you're more of a boob guy?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
I gotta take a piss, too. I'll see you later.
All right. Well,
let's talk about her. Oh, she has that.
Shut up! Are you gonna fart?
I like how your bathroom.
Yeah.
It's got John Goodman in it.
Yeah.
It's got a picture of you poking your head out of a shower.
Yeah.
And then you have a celebration next door going on with like a party.
Where?
For Jesus.
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
There's a Jesus party?
There's a Jesus party going on, and people are raging.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy.
It's a great
right?
mixture. Your bathroom has a good vibe to it.
There's, they party all the time.
John
party.
Goodman vibes.
I love that John Goodman photo.
Yeah.
You know what I would recommend people do? If you're at home, you're wherever you are, but when I go to your home, get a picture of John Goodman and put it in your bathroom for like protection and for good vibes.
Yeah.
That's a good image to have.
I use Rhea Perlman, but yeah, same thing.
You have her in your bathroom?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, upside down too.
Really?
Yeah, so you're like, what the fuck? While you're sitting on the toilet, you're like bending your head
What is
around
that?
trying to figure it out.
And is it like a headshot or just like a still from a
No, it was a picture I took of her playing with her children like 10 years ago.
You took a picture of her playing with her children?
And from her backyard.
Okay.
In her backyard.
Oh, I forgot that you used to be paparazzi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's. Do you still do it like for money?
I mean, I do it. You know, I mostly just do like the intense stuff where I'm like, climbing walls and
really,
yeah.
And how about like the motorcycle like chase stuff?
No, I don't do that anymore.
Really?
No, I'm too old for that. But I'll dig through your trash, and find some hair and then get DNA sample of it, and
you'll
then sell that.
Make money doing
so you can
that.
imagine being able to have a baby with Brad Pitt, and all it takes is
some DNA.
DNA, yeah.
It's so crazy that you do that, man.
Yeah.
I got to say, it's a little off-putting.
Here's a question for you guys. I just got a new mattress, and I use sometimes, when I'm done with a condom. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys use condoms anymore, but I used to.
We're married.
I know, but I'll throw it just like on the side of the bed because I don't want to like ruin the moment and get out of bed and like do it and stuff like that. Throw it away.
Yeah.
And I just got a new mattress, and when they were like, "Oh, we'll take all the old mattress away," I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." They took the old mattress, and there was just tons of these like old condoms and stuff. And I touched them, and they were still like wet in the middle. And I was like, some of these have to be like years old.
Really?
And yeah, and they were they didn't dry up.
So wait, first let's take a step back. What would you do with your condoms? You just throw them?
Once, not every time, but sometimes after you're fucked,
yeah,
you're like, all right, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to ruin this moment. I just want to hug and then maybe go to bed. So you take the condom off and just kind of drop it to the side of, you know what I mean, like of the bed. And you're like, oh, I'll get that tomorrow. And then sometimes you forget, or it gets kicked underneath the bed. But anyways, there was like 4 condoms.
4 used condoms.
And all of them were still like preserved.
Yeah.
Like it was just yesterday that I blew a load in them.
Wow.
You're a real animal.
That's special.
And it was really embarrassing for the bed people.
Yeah. More embarrassing for them or you? I mean, you weren't embarrassed, though?
No, I wasn't embarrassed. I just looked like
He had a hard on.
So you guys don't use condoms anymore. That's nice.
Married people, we fucking go crazy.
You've
That's
never
cool.
Have you had sex without a condom?
Huh? Most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
I mean, I use condoms once in a while.
Oh, that's cool, man. What do you have? We got to wrap this up. Tell me what one more thing. Say something to your peoples, man.
It's kind of crazy. I'm in the talks right now to start doing Death Squad shows more. We tried it in San Diego and sold out both shows. And American Comedy Co.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did Death Squad shows.
That's a good
Jim
club.
Norton, Joe Rogan,
Wow.
Ari Shaffir, Sam Tripoli, me,
Wow.
Billy Bonnell. And like we're just trying to do this thing like we do at the Ice House, which Christina's on tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah. And Tom, maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
He's a jerk. But we're thinking. I'm trying to get this more places, and so I've just got accepted to do it at the Comedy Store once a month. I think is
Good
going
for
to
you.
happen.
Awesome.
And the
fun.
idea is it's just going to be called the Death Squad Secret Show, and there's not going to be a lineup, so you have no fucking idea what kind of show you're buying.
So you might get
fucking, like grade A comics, or you might get a burlesque show.
Oh, wow.
Or you might be getting a fucking rap battle. Who knows what the fuck you're getting? Like it's just gonna be called the Death
like a
Squad
game
Secret Show.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna start in September, hopefully.
Well, something tells me that's going to sell a lot of tickets too, man. Congratulations. That's
Very
really
good idea, buddy.
That's really good. Also, thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having me. You guys
We
gotta
love you.
We do, and it's fun to do this again, man. You know, it's like we definitely always will. You know, I don't want to get too emotional, but we'll always feel like you are our son who showed us how to podcast.
Are you still doing it like a lot? Or like you enjoying it, or are you guys tired of it yet? Or
dude, it's so much of a fun thing for us that even though we know we're leaving the country, we're doing shows now to make sure that we
we're gone.
Have a few banked that we can put up while we're gone. Yeah,
I like
definitely.
it.
It's fun.
We like it.
Oh, I'm glad
it's a
you
way
guys
to find the people that in the world that get you and you get them.
Yeah,
which is really special. What's that, buddy?
What is that? Oh, because we're connecting right now.
Oh, look, he's producing.
He's even
the show.
producing when we're
produce.
Oh, that's the end of Highlander. Is that what
No, the Hulk thing.
Oh, the Hulk, right? Meow, meow, meow.
Like when you see us, are you like kind of like?
I'm very.
It's the only dad I've ever known.
I miss you guys at
our
Squad.
son Redban.
Yeah,
I miss you
our
guys.
blonde
You're
son.
definitely 10. You'd be a fun son to have. I would be a. I bet we're gonna have a son that turns out like Redban.
Well, I just want to tell you, if I might need help, in the future, and you can take care of me when I'm, very sick. And
you're gonna get sick?
Yeah.
Don't say that. Why are you saying that?
Because
You have AIDS?
I have AIDS because I fucked Blueban last night.
Dude.
I put Blueban in my pants.
He doesn't even know what
Not
AIDS
only
is.
am I done with the Blueban jabs, but he's got a friend.
Oh, shit.
That's going to protect him.
Is that Bert Kreischer?
Maybe.
You want to see perfect form?
That should be Bert. I mean, I thought it was you, but maybe I should get a second one to be Bert. The second bear.
All right. Well, it was fun having you over here, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming, buddy.
Thank you,
Good seeing you again.
thank you for being a friend.
Meow, meow.
Thank you for being a friend.